Ladies, how many of you have felt personally victimized by your bra?
Yes.
Uh-huh. You ever wonder where the phrase backstabber comes from? Probably not that, but it should have been. And all the haywire, underwire aside, I cannot count the number of times I have been personally betrayed by my bra. Why, just this week, when I was meeting with Heidi, I was enjoying the ambiance of bus for the first time. I was an adult, in an adult place, doing adult things. While adults worked, drinking beer, I had my big girl water, okay? And I was networking. I'm like, I'm a professional, I'm here, I know it, right? And it's dark out, but there's this kind of sexy, mysterious amber lighting in the background. And I was just ready for magic to happen. And I remember Heidi went to go get a drink, and I was talking to a new acquaintance of mine and her friend, who happens to be a costume designer for a pretty big show. And that was like, oh my God, try not to nerd it out. You gotta be cool, Mariah. This is like a big deal. This is so big. And so I'm like, hey, cool work you're doing. I totally plan to watch that show, and I admire the work you do. And he goes, oh, hey, you have a, whoa, spider? Please don't tell me it's a spider. I really, really can't stand spiders. Moth. It was a moth, and when I moved, it happened to get trapped in my dress. So here I am, trying to be an adult, and I'm trying to get this moth out of my dress. I guess I wasn't the only one who enjoyed the mysterious amber lighting of that night, because that moth managed to lose itself in my Twin Peaks. Yeah, my bra has gotten me into and out of a lot of sticky situations during college. And I don't mean that in the, please sir, can I have an A way. No, I'm broke, and I'm hungry a lot, if you couldn't tell. So my diet literally consisted of peanuts and blow pops for a whole week once. And I don't mean that as a sexual innuendo, despite the whole context here. It was peanuts and blow pops. Like, if you couldn't find it in a receptionist bowl for free, I wasn't on my food pyramid. So, my friend suggested that we go to a Chinese buffet. And, I've always had a motto with Chinese buffets. Eat what you paid for, right? Only this time my parents weren't paying for it. So I had to one-up that a little bit. And I wasn't going to go, but my therapist said that my 3DS didn't count as a friend, so we went. And I had my food, and I was like, wow, lunch was really great. How do I make dinner taste like that when it's rice? And so then it hit me. Why don't I just take some home? It is a buffet, and that's kind of on the no-no list, but I'm a broke college student, and the world owes me everything, okay? So at the time, I also didn't have purses, because purses are capitalist propaganda to suppress women, so our clothes don't have pockets. So I had to get a little creative. If there is one thing that is marketable about my theater degree, I know how to improvise. So I decided I'm gonna be a real class act and put food in my bra. I figured if it can hold 20 pounds of cantaloupe, it can hold some General Tso's, okay? So I get up there, real sneaky like, cause I feel bad if I jaywalk, so here I am, just putting some chicken in my bra. I'm looking and looking, trying to figure out what a good opportunity is with the traffic. And I unravel some napkins, and I'm like, well, I'm not just gonna put teriyaki chicken straight on my boobs. That's a whole mess. So I wrap chicken, I wrap cookies, and everything little wonton style, seal it up, have that for later. It was a good plan. I thoroughly thought this one out, for real. So my friend is now an accomplice in this crime, and she has no choice but to follow along with it. And we get out of there, we're heading out, And the wait staff says, "Thank you, come again." And I said, "Probably won't, but thanks." And we left in shame. But before we went home, we had to take a detour at Walmart for some errands because there ain't no rest for the wicked. So this life of crime was put on hold, and I had to buy some dish soap. So we're walking around Walmart, pacing through the aisles, and over time I kind of noticed, this is kind of dingy looking. I look at the floors, I'm like, why is there food here? I nothing too atypical of a Walmart, especially during the right hours and the right locations, but the real suspicious part was the pattern on the ground, almost like it was like following us wherever we went or something. It was kind of weird. That's when Tweedledee and my friend Tweedledum realized that Tweedledees were throwing out crumbs like Hansel and Gretel, linking us to the crime. So, yeah, naturally we fled as quickly as we could. And that was our little escape. And we got home, and I didn't have much left for my sins. Just some crumbs, and yeah, the sauce did seep through the napkins onto everything that was going on, in case you were wondering. But I guess the best thing that I was left behind was not dinner. It was some memories, and all that cheesy stuff, and also, yeah, I totally committed a crime, and it was cool, and that happened. And I guess you're probably wondering, through all of that, you're like, yeah, but what happened to that moth in the beginning? And I sometimes wonder too, what happened to Mr. Moth? But I did find him a couple days later, dead in my bra. But I'd like to think he died doing what any man would have loved. Smothered in her pillow fort.